Hi there, Jonny Esports here, trying something new here. Gonna do some fancasts of some games of Worlds. If you enjoy any of these things, obviously, if you can help follow those things, I am trying to make my career as a showcaster, so that does help. Facebook.com/Jonny Esports, contact at Jonny Esports on Twitter, at Jonny Esports on Instagram. And let's get started. So our game we're doing today is the Detonation Focus Me versus Cloud9 game earlier. It was a very, very hype game, and I look very much forward to doing this one because it was awesome. It was back and forth, ends with a big team fight. So won't put too many spoilers, and let's just get started on the game, and we'll get going from here. We're going to get right into Summoner's Rift between these two teams. Cloud9, of course, the team from North America. Tough start to begin this season, at least this last split, and then they came back with a roaring finish to the season, able to make it all the way back into Worlds after doing so in the qualifiers, the regional qualifiers there, through the gauntlet. And then we have Detonation Focus Me, a team from Japan that has long been considered the best team in Japan, however, keeps kind of failing near the end to qualify for Worlds, but they finally made it here and are trying to put it on a show. Currently, both teams at this point are 1-0. And have been ready to go at each other, and they're looking to come at each other full speed after beating Kaboom. Detonation Focus Me with a big upset over Kaboom. Cloud9 a little bit of an expected win over Kaboom, but still both of them able to take that down, and Detonation Focus Me looking to make their way out of this play-in stage here. So we'll see if they're going to be able to pull it off over Cloud9 if you don't already know what happened. But we'll get that kind of going together here. We have two interesting team compositions. You got the bot lanes. It's going to be a little bit of a late game for Sneaky here with Zazel there. They're trying to set up that Kaisa to be able to carry on in the late game. Meanwhile, Utapon is going to be able to do a ton of work throughout the laning phase and be able to do a little bit of poke here. So see if Sneaky's going to be able to handle that. Vivid on the Tom Kench, rocking that champion, protecting his AD carry and anyone on his team. As we watch Steel over here on the Xin Zhao. Going to start over here on the red up. Going to quickly talk about the mid lane matchup. Syros versus Jensen here. We have two guys playing, different champions. Jensen obviously on the Aurelia, going for a hard assassin-y type champion over there, is going to be there trying to counter pick against this Ziggs. That's a little bit of that control mage. Going to take down a lot of towers. Going to keep pushing in there. Meanwhile, on the top lane, we're looking at Eevee and Evi? It's probably Evi. And Licorice going up head to head against each other. Some AP damage coming in from Licorice to try to put that together, and of course Evi right now is rocking a very, very strong champion for himself as well in the Urgot. So, those are a little bit of our matchups there. We have Steel, of course, playing on the Xin Zhao, as I mentioned a little bit earlier. He's going to be a good little jungler here. Going to be able to skirmish at any point here really early on, while Blabber is kind of just looking to, get some marks, get stacks onto that Kindred, and then maybe be able to be stronger over into the late game. So trying to avoid right now meeting Steel at any point, because Steel's like level 3 is super, super, super strong playing on that Xin Zhao. So he's going to go over there. He's going to steal a blue camp there, living up to his name to kind of start off this game over here. Blabber is going to probably go over there and check and find out, uh-oh, it's missing. Then indeed does. It's not there, so we know Steel has come by and has done that over here. We have the bot lane over here pressuring over onto the Cloud9 bot lane, being able to push in harder, kind of like what you'd expect in a little bit of a matchup. CS is about even down there, though, so Sneaky doing a good job of being able to pick up minions here while being pushed in a little bit and taking a little bit of poke. Steel, meanwhile, is in the Cloud9 jungle once again. Could meet up with Blabber here, and it would be real big trouble for Blabber. He's going to jump in over on him, and he's going to force the flash out of Blabber, and that's a good advantage now going over towards Steel, playing this very aggressive jungling style. Was able to use that to a lot of success earlier playing against Kaboom. Meanwhile, Jensen's taking quite a bit of damage from Syros over here in the mid lane. Aurelia is going to be able to do some crazy things at level 6 and potentially get some solo kills, but Syros right now early on, that little bit of control mage is able to just keep pushing the wave and really force Jensen off of here. Get a little bit of CS lead here as we see up about 4-5 CS-ish is Syros. Can be constantly with every wave here, so. But pro players, gonna keep up on there, but that's what you do as the Ziggs. Just keep up that pressure high and make sure you kind of keep pushing that in early on, because you want to be able to starve the Aurelia as much as possible before that level 6, because that level 6 is super, super scary on the Aurelia if that comes to play. See Steel over here clearing up some wards over on the top side. Maybe you'll do a revisit, but right now we have Blabber coming over into the mid lane. Jensen is now engaging onto Sears. They're going for a little bit. Are they going to go all in? Blabber can possibly do it. He's so low. Unfortunately, the tower's going to force him to back off, and Steel is here now. Steel trying to get the kill over on the other side. Blabber is going to be the target for him first. Jensen's still low there. He's going to jump in. Steel now has to run away. Ooh, and some close, tight action and some good escapes by both C9 members here to not be killed by the counter gank by Steel there. Good pressure and good pressure early on by both teams 5 minutes into this game. They're going hard and going in for it, and it is impressive stuff. Meanwhile, Vivid over here is pressuring onto Blabber. He's going to flash in. He's going to try to eat up this Kindred as quickly as he possibly can. He's going to be able to get that third hit on him, but not the fourth to eat him to send him back to his teammate. Blabber's going to be able to narrowly escape over there on that one. Meanwhile, Zazel right now can see Steel here, potentially wanting to make a play, but I don't see any teammates around him, so that would be kind of spicy, especially with Vivid right there. So he's going to be forced to back off and just go back to lane. And Zazel now is just going to be able to chill over here with Sneaky. Sneaky, once again, here playing on the Kindred here, able to keep the CS to close to even here. And which is good news if you're Sneaky there. It is taking a bunch of damage there, so it's got to be careful of an all-in. We know Steel is a pretty aggressive jungler there and could potentially go down there. Zazel now taking a bit of poke. But as we're talking about people taking a bit of poke, here is Eevee going down real low, but he's going to go all in onto Licorice. However, Blabber is right there, and he's going to be able to pick up first blood. Blabber helping out Licorice, helping out his top laner, and be able to get his first kill this game, which is huge for the rookie. Had a little bit of a rough start in the Kaboom game earlier, and now is able to get that kill there, and perfect timing to Eevee as Eevee was just about to go ham. Hit level 6 and try to go for that ultimate or something, but there you go, great job. Yeah, hit level 6, goes for the flip, knows he wants to try the ultimate there, but Blabber, perfect timing. Good communication, probably in the comms, was saying, hey man, this guy's about to hit level 6, he might try to do this. Cloud9's a good enough team to be able to make that kind of a communication play, so that's going to be a huge little start here. Cloud9 now leading by about 500 gold, according to math, after getting that first blood, so excellent there. Cloud9 now looking to tempo this game out with a nice play there. I think it's Evie. I think I overheard on the. I put the speaker on quiet so I can hear the game noise. But Evie, I think it's Evie. I've been saying Evie all day. Evi? Whatever. Evie. We're going with Evie for the rest of it. Cyros now. Again, pressuring over in this mid lane here. We have both junglers kind of hanging around the mid lane. Blabber is right there, standing on a pink ward, so he knows he's not seen right now, but playing it safe is Cyros smartly, as his jungler backed off a little bit to go to start doing the rest of their jungle. Blabber is still sticking around here, trying to find an opportunity to jump onto Cyros. Continuing to put on pressure over towards his mid lane. Jensen trying to bait him to come into it. Considering Cyros has been pushing in this whole time, that is something that he wants to do. Unfortunately, Cyros is pretty smart. Steel is actually going to go over back into the jungle. Wants this blue buff once again. All of DFM are right here to back him up. It's going to happen. Zazel and Sneaky now are walking up over here. They're seen by this ward. He's going to be poked a little bit there, but he's going to jump out using that blast cone. Going to be able to get out of there. Steel's going to pick up another blue buff away from Blabber, and that's a good advantage that he's got. He's got a 49 to 38 farm advantage over in the jungle, and with a Xin Zhao, that's exactly the kind of stuff you want. Just keep farming up there. You know that Blabber can't really fight you 1v1. It kind of potentially changes in the long run if you get enough stacks over onto the Blabber, over onto the Kindred, but for now, good little advantage over here by Steel. He's doing a great job counter jungling, and again, like I said earlier, just living up to his name. But we do see a decent gold lead by Cloud9 off, of course, after that first blood that happened over in the top lane. So it's not like Blabber is just sitting back. So he's able to get that kill, which does even up that basically CS difference. Blabber, though, is, of course, a very aggressive jungler and is going to be up here. Is seen by a ward, so he doesn't know that they know he's right there. This could spell danger here as Evie's going to make his way down towards Blabber, who's trying to steal a blue buff back here. Steel's made his way here too as well. Jensen here is here for backup. I don't think he's close enough though. Blabber's gone down to half health now. He's going to be forced to flash out. Licorice has made his way here too. Oh, and the ultimate from Evie is going to be able to take that one down and get able to get that kill right back from earlier. Meanwhile, Jensen's going to go in and try to make a play. Cyril's putting down damage. Jensen is going to be able to pick up one, so it's a 1-for-1 currently. Licorice is going to be able to jump over the wall, so he's going to survive. And a nice little trade there. You put a kill on a carry like Jensen. That's very, very valuable. Evie, though, is going to be able to pick up that kill to make up for his death earlier. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of skirmish going on in the bot lane as well. Ultimate is going to come down. It's going to hit Sneaky. He's trying to walk away here. Vivid is going to be able to lick him at least once, but it's not going to be enough. Now Zazel's actually the target. He's pretty low. Vivid can get up in there. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to eat him up there because that's the tower. And they're going to be forced to back off. But lots of damage and lots of pressure put on by Utapon and Vivid over here of DFM. And meanwhile, back in the mid lane, Jensen and Cyros are now fighting a little bit. Both put themselves at a little bit of that half health, and they're okay. Everything's going to be all right. Right now, things looking fairly positive for Cloud9. 600 gold lead. We look at the replay over here. Blabber tries to use his ultimate to save himself over here, but Evie's ultimate is able to pick him up, pull him out of the Lamb's Respite, and be able to take him down. Meanwhile, though, Jensen, though, does answer that right away, able to get that kill onto Steel himself, and then Licorice, being the focus there, is able to use that and get out of there over the wall and back into safety. So it does lead to a 1-for-1, so no harm. No big harm to this Cloud9 lead as they still lead by 1 kill. And again, 800-ish gold, according to math. Meanwhile, Zazel's putting up some wards over by this Infernal Drake. They would like to get that, especially on the Kaisa. It's going to be able to do a ton of damage, picking up that damage buff from the red Drake there. Jensen now is at that point where he can start pushing in the tower, and he's getting that CS lead back. Didn't quite get that solo kill I was talking about potentially right when hitting level 6 onto Cyros or something, but was able to kind of weather the storm and not be hit by a lot of ganks here. But meanwhile, Steel now is the one in trouble. Blabber's going to be right there to get him, but Vivid is going to save his teammate. He does work on this Tom Kench. He's real good on that champion, and he's always where he needs to be. It's good when you have these aggressive... Ooh, Kaisa going for that one. Would have been a spicy hit if he's able to pull that one off. That's sneaking, that's the thing he does. But real reward, Infernal Drake is going to go over towards Cloud9, and they'll be fine and happy with that. Evie and Licorice right now trading some damage over in the top lane. Things looking positive right now for Cloud9 with their 600 gold lead and an Infernal Drake. Meanwhile, the bot lane is still going to be able to put a lot of pressure over onto Sneaky here, but with them, you know, surviving for this long, only being down by about 10 CS, is pretty positive in this matchup in terms of a lane matchup. Haven't seen much interference from them from the junglers, so that's probably pretty much what helped out Sneaky over here. But meanwhile, we do see 4 people down here for DFM. They're trying to make it something happen, but deciding they're going to have to back away without vision of Blabber. They didn't want to quite make that dive because you always got to calculate that tower as if it's another champion, and if Blabber's there, it's a 4v4 in a situation you don't necessarily want to be in. Meanwhile, we see Evie over here trying to push in the tower, try to get some of the CS back, because right now, a nice 12 CS lead over shared by Licorice here. He's enjoying that. That kill roughly makes up for that CS difference there, but he's pretty happy with that. But really right now, Jensen right now, with his own CS lead and kill lead, that's the real lead. That's where most of this lead is for Cloud9 right now, and that's the person you want it on. You kind of want it on Sneaky or Jensen right now, both of them playing carries that are going to be able to do huge work, especially in the long game. So you're happy to get that onto Jensen, and then eventually, you know, Sneaky just farms up and is going to be just as strong anyway. There's a fight over here for now for the Rift Herald. Steel is over on top of Licorice here. We're seeing Tom Kent trying to come in to join this fight. Blabber is going to be the first to go down as Evie picks him up with the ultimate, and then a kill's going to be traded back and forth. Utapon's going to pick up one, but Cyros picks up one as well, and that's huge. 3-for-1 for detention, and they're just popping off now, and they've just brought this game right back to parity, and they're going to be able to get some more stuff here, and potentially this tower. Incredible play there as they're able to make that happen. Going to use the Rift Herald now. Going to get a ton of value. Going to get at least one tower from it too. Nice fight being put together by this detention team from Japan. Detention Focus Me is telling everyone to look at me, look at what we can do. Cloud9's a major region, well, we're going to step up and make this big fight. As we can watch right here is what happens. Steel starts to engage, gets onto Licorice first with a ton of damage here. He gets ulted by Licorice, but as the rest of the team joins, it's enough for them to trade some kills. Blabber gets the one, but of course, Evie able to pick up that kill on him. Utapon picking up another one, and then Cyros cleaning it up at the end for the third kill. A lot of that was from the gigantic ultimate from the Ziggs by Cyros. And look at the Japanese coaches being extremely happy with that result. And Jensen looking a little bit stressed out. Knows everyone in NA, everyone back home is like, oh my gosh. Everyone here over in North America really wants to see a North American team finally succeed at Worlds. At the very least, the play-in stages has been a haven for Cloud9. Last year going undefeated in play-ins and wanting to keep that record alive in this one. But they're currently down 600 gold now, despite having the early lead. And now you're a little bit scary of this mid game from Detention Focus Me. Their Utapon is going to be able to pick up that tower over here in the bot lane, get that gold onto them as well. They get now to have a 1,000 gold league and are to keep doing that going. 2 towers down for them. Cloud9 yet to take anything except for that Drake in terms of any sort of objective. So Detention Focus Me pretty happy with this result as you go into mid game. This is going to be a nice time for the spike for basically the most of this composition for Detention Focus Me. Licorice in the top lane is being exhausted, but that's about it. He's just going to be fine over here. They're going to trade a little bit of damage here. Right now, this could be a bunch of parity going over in the top lane. So we're going to look to see what these carries down over here. Now, Jensen and Cyros right now, Jensen's not enjoying that, like, crazy assassin lead. Oh, meanwhile, we have Vivid and Utapon coming over here to get Jensen. The big bomb's going to come down from Cyros and take him out. And another kill for this mid laner. He's 2-0-1. They're going to pick up another tower for that. Takes it so fast down with Ziggs there. And boom, not expecting it whatsoever was Jensen. He gets jumped on by 3 members, and Vivid, nice shot calling, nice. I'm not sure exactly who the shot caller is on this Japanese team, but very good call to go for that kill there, and you're going to be able to pick up that one there. They're now sitting at almost a 2,000 gold lead, about 1,500, and they're going to keep doing that. 3 towers down, that's the big part. The vision advantage, of course, that you get from taking the enemy towers down. And, you know, you have all your towers up, so you have a huge vision advantage that you're able to push forth and continue the pressure. As Cloud9 here is a little bit reeling. They do have this late game team composition that wants to take it towards this late game and then hopefully win from there. But again, right now, this is a very scary time. Detention Focus Me is looking to snowball throughout this mid game and keep going. And so far, that snowball has started. It's like a medium-sized snowball right now. It's building up here. We're seeing Steel right now a little bit into the Cloud9 jungle, but forced to back off right away as he sees Zazel and company. Over there, we have almost all 5 members over here in the mid lane. Licorice is heading back over towards top, and Jensen's gonna head towards bottom here. So the rest of them are chilling over here, right by the dragon. That's another Infernal Drake. Like I said earlier, that's a lot of damage that's potentially on this Cloud9 team. And for this late game, they would love a second Infernal Drake. Meanwhile, they're just being poked over here. Some vision is being acquired by Detention Focus Me. They're going to start this Drake here. I don't 100% know if Cloud9 can contest, but they're going to go for it potentially here. It's going to go over to Detention Focus Me. They're going to pick up this one. Teleports are coming in for the top lane. We're going to start a big team fight here now. Jensen is over there in the middle. They're going to be firing it. Sneaky's going to be a little bit focused there. He's going to put down much damage as he can onto Evie. This fight is split. Evie's going to take down Blabber first to start this up, but a big shutdown is going to happen over on the other side as Licorice is going to pick up that kill, but Utapon is going to pick up another one for himself. The 3 members of Cloud9 are now running away here, but Sneaky blows up Vivid as he comes out from the ultimate. Cyros is going to go golden and stay safe there. It's now a 2-for-2, and only 3 people left on each side. Oh, Vivid going for the big play. Had to do him, bringing in his teammate, but unfortunately instantly gets popped by Sneaky to go 1-0-1 now. So when you're the team with the lead, though, you'll take the trade. When you're team, though, with the late game power, you're kind of like, yeah, we'll trade in these team fights where where we basically potentially gain more than you do when you are the late game team fighting team if you just kind of trade there. But here we go, we're seeing this team fight get kind of a little bit split up. Zeyzal is being able to take his carries and be able to tank. Tons going on over on the other end. Licorice comes over there to continue to split them up. Meanwhile, they're able to focus down everything over on the other side. But the second that is over with, Udapon is able to come in and finally do some damage onto some real targets. Again, Vivid was going for the big play, but he was just too low to be able to make that one. Again, Cyril's just forced to use his Zhonias to stay alive in that situation and not help out Vivid there. So, yeah, ends up being a 2 for 2. And kind of a crazy team fight where basically both top laners were just kind of like going after the back line, right? And then trying to make their way over towards the front. But yeah, 2 for 2 again. Like I was trying to say earlier, does favor a little bit of the late game team because like when you're the mid game specking team, you just want to like snowball and go crazy and just get a lot of kills. Where when you're the late game team, you're like, you know what? Gold and stuff matters more to us in the late game. So Cloud9 is going to like that, especially with Kai'Sa being able to pick up a kill there. That's going to be huge. Looking to finish another item there. But right now, Udapon is ahead in that game. Is featuring 2 items there in the Blade of the Ruin King. And the Gunsus there, Rage Blade. While just 1 item over right now for the Kai'Sa, but I'm going to be able to finish that second one soonish. I don't have the ability to check the goal to see if he's able to back and spend to finish that second item right away. But imagine he would have went back to spender now. He's going to have some mid lane farm. But another turret is going to go down. DFM is able to pick up that one. They're looking at Baron now as it's recently spawned. We're now sitting at the 21 minute of the game. Evie now trying to jump onto Blabber. Blabber forced to flash away. We've seen a lot of defensive flashes by Blabber here. And that's a bit scary when you're kind of coming into this team fights when your positioning is so important for a jungler like the Kindred. And if you're caught out of position, it's going to be very hard for Kindred to get away, especially so we've seen Evie right now use that ultimate in very spectacular fashion throughout this game. So we have a little bit of a vision advantage right now for Detention Focus Mies. They got that pink ward over onto the Baron there. Currently no vision onto it for Cloud9. You see some pings over onto that Baron there. They're looking to want to start it here. Again, they have 4 towers taken down, so they got this big vision advantage. They're using that. They're putting more pink wards down, making sure to establish that they can see anywhere that Cloud9 can potentially come from. Getting rid of that pink ward over there. They've started this Baron now. Again, Cloud9 don't see it, but they got to smell that it's potentially happening over here. They're trying to make their way over. They do sniff it out there. Sneaky sees that they're doing it, but Baron's already down to half health. Here comes the rest of the Cloud9 team. Let's see if they're going to be able to contest this over here. It's just enough to force them to back off. Didn't want to try to force a situation where they can just lose this game because they accidentally went for this. Now the fight is beginning. Ultimate is going to go down. Vivid's going to save his teammate, though. Is going to be able to save Steel there. Licorice tried to get him down, lock him out with that ultimate. Big amount of damage comes through from Cyros with his ultimate. Licorice is now going to use his Zhonias to try to stay alive, but it's not going to be enough. Udapon is going to pick up that first kill. They're chasing now. Cyros is going to flash in. He's trying to knock them in towards them. Going to slow them all down. Evi's going to try to jump in to now pick up his own kill of himself. Putting down the damage. Steel is going to pick one up. Zeyzal's going to go down 2 for 0. The Tension Focus Me is going to get that, and now they're going to go for the Baron. A gigantic play and proactive play by this Detention Focus Me team, looking at the opportunity and seeing it there. Cyros with that big flash, being able to get those knockbacks, being able to use his slows to be able to get that Cloud9 team within range so they can get those couple of picks, and their reward will be the first Baron buff of this game at 23 minutes. And like I said, this mid-game team composition is going off. They do so much burst damage right now. It's hard for Cloud9 to handle. We're going to watch this team fight over here again. Licorice tried to use the ultimate over on to Steel there, but Vivid's going to make a big save. Vivid all game long has been making giant saves. And that ultimate from Cyros hits 3 members of Cloud9, does so much damage, is able to take out Licorice right after the Zhonias there. And again, like I mentioned earlier, Cyros, the aggressive flash, the knockback with that package, and everyone else gets slowed down there as the rest of the teams get able to chase up and be able to pick up a couple more kills. Almost gets Blabber as well. Not quite up to pick up that third one, but you don't really care that much. You're happy you got the Baron. You have this tempo advantage. You have 4 towers down. You're looking to get potentially more here. Detention Focus Me here. excellent job throughout this game of really using their team strength right now in their highest power spike, trying to take advantage of all of that and continue snowball going. Cloud Drake is up. This might just be a free Cloud Drake for Detention Focus Me. I don't think Cloud9 has the vision to be able to do that if Detention Focus Me want to do it. But right now they're going to just use the Baron buff and continue to push over into the mid lane. All 5 members of them over here onto the mid lane, just going to continue pushing that up, wanting to get that inhibitor turret. Going to be aggressive here. Cloud9 here, force to defend here. The side lanes are pushing for Detention Focus Me, so this is all pressure onto Cloud9. They have to have a successful defense here, hoping someone oversteps so they're going to be able to get a killer here. Meanwhile, Blabber is going to be the one to jump in. Zayzul's going to jump in for the big knockup. Licorice now is going to be forced to go golden. Oh, and another ultimate by Evie's going to take out Blabber once again, but Sneaky's going to pick up the kill in return from that. Jensen's going to pick up another one. He's jumping over to the back line, but he's going to try to run away here. He's got the fancy feet. He's going to dodge a little bit here, but eventually that snipe comes in from Utapon. He's going to be able to pick up that one. It's now a 2-for-2, but the team with the Baron buff can continue pushing. And they were trying to make a big play here, was Blabber. I was just talking about hopefully someone on Detention Focus Me steps out of the pocket, but Blabber is the one to do that and kind of go a little bit too far. Jensen tries to jump into the back lane to kind of, salvage a little bit of that probably questionable positioning by Blabber there, but that's going to mean the inhibitor goes down. It's going to be a 5.5 gold lead for Detention Focus Me. Everything going right now in their favor. And again, they're probably going to pick up this Cloud. No, they're going to actually back away from it, not wanting to risk anything kind of going on there. So Cloud9 might actually be able to get that Cloud Drake in the end. But we're going to view this fight over here. Like, look at Blabber here, trying to step up and do some damage there, but is just kind of way out there. Zayzul, though, does try to get into this back line and do a bunch of work to get some damage on. Licorice is going to use that Jonias to try to save himself there. He ends up doing so. Jensen, again, to be able to pick up some kills over the back line. And he's a little hurt there, but key thing to note, though, Sneaky does pick up a kill. 2-0-2 now. Sitting at 2.5 items here is Sneaky on that Kai'Sa, and that's the scary territory coming on. But it's not like Utapon on this Varus is not a bad late game carry either. 3 items over there on the Varus is going to be strong here, so we start turning your attentions to the 80 carries as the game gets longer and longer. The damage from Seros is significant, but it kind of like mellows out a little bit as a little bit more magic resist is potentially picked up by anybody, and we'll see if that's going to be able to kind of, mitigate the damage coming from there. And you're really looking at the 80 carries to be the focus of a lot of the damage coming through here. Steel right now is not really going to be a damage threat here unless he just gets onto a carry by himself. So we're seeing the push come in from Detention Focus Me. He's committing all 5 members onto the bot lane. The Blabber is going to be taking more damage once again. Oh, big ultimate. Oh, Zero's going for the big play, going for the big alley-oop, trying to take down Blabber here. The Baron buff is over, but Detention Focus Me is still taking advantage of that mid lane, pushing for them. Licorice now is jumping in straight into the middle. Sneaky's going to join the back. He's over right by the back lane there. They're fighting real hard over here. Steel's going to go golden as everyone's going to try to keep themselves safe. Blabber is going to use his ultimate to save himself and a couple teammates there, but he's eventually going to take out, actually Cloud9's going to be able to take out Steel over there. Seros is going to be able to pick up that kill onto Licorice, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. Sneaky really aggressively going over towards the back line, managed to escape after that, gets down real low. Detention Focus Me is going to come back over here. Teleports are going to come in from Detention. They really want this bot lane turret. They're going to be pushing onto it really hard here now. They're going to be able to get that. Looking at the inhibitor as well. Blabber is right there. He's going to be taking some damage here. They're going to continue pushing onto this inhibitor. They want to make it happen here. They got to be a little bit afraid of Jensen jumping over towards the black gun. Seros has gone down real low. If he gets down and instantly pops Seros, he's about to go over to Utapon. Meanwhile, coming in is Zayzul trying to get onto there, make that engage happen, but Seros is going to pick up that kill. That's 2 inhibitors down now for Cloud9, and DFM's happy with their work. They're going to back off now, and Cloud9 is reeling a little bit here, down 4, 5, 6,000 gold, down 7 towers to 1, 13 to 8 in kills in favor of Detention Focus Me, and they're making it happen. Sorry, a little bit of a error that happened, and had to kind of reset the video, so pick it right back up from where we left off here. So they were defending there. 2 inhibitors go down for Cloud9. Detention Focus Me are now pushing in over here. We're going to watch the replay over here. Licorice tries to make a big play over from the backside. So does Sneaky. Tries to follow up on that one. Tries to get some damage onto Utapon, but he goes golden and stays safe. So now they can focus a little bit on Sneaky, and he's not able to basically assassinate Utapon. Does a ton of damage to him, but is forced to flash out and get away, and successfully gets away, to be completely honest. Jensen does pick up a kill over on the other side, but Sirius answers that one right away onto Licorice. So yeah, that ends up being that. It ends up being 2 inhibitors down for Cloud9. And they are now playing defense here, trying to hope that their late game team composition is good enough to make it through this game. Baron is spawning over now in 40 seconds. They need that, because if that is taken by Detention Focus Me, that'll just be it. That'll be over for them. So they're trying to set up vision now. Actually, they're just going to get into a fight over here. Here comes the big ultimate from Sirius to try to put some damage down. Licorice is going to try to protect himself with his own ultimate there. He's going to be able to go down. He's going to... Oh, he saves himself with the Jonia Zen. And then a big ultimate comes from Blabber to continue to save him. Licorice is somehow still alive. Shutdown comes through for Jensen. He picks up that one. Sneaky's going to pick up another kill there. 2 kills. Goes over to Jensen. They're chasing after Sirius. He's going to be able to back away. A big 4-for-0. Licorice just stays alive. He uses his ult, he uses his Jonias, then Blabber uses his ultimate, keeping him alive forever, nullifying the burst damage that comes from Detention Focus Me. Beautiful mechanical team fight. It means they get the Baron. It means they get to live another day as Licorice goes back to play tower defense with their 2 inhibitors down. Great job by Cloud9 in that team fight. Let's take a closer look at it over here. Again, Licorice just goes in. It looks like they're going to be able to burst him down. They certainly try to go for it. Saros uses his ultimate, only hits the edge of Licorice there, but he's got some magic resistance, able to at least deal with that. And then just before dying, able to use his Juniors again. And then Blabber once again is going to be able to save them over and over again. Just everything comes through. Sneaky jumps over onto the other side to be able to start dealing some damage. Assassinations come through for Jensen as he picks up a double kill. And look at the coaching staff of Cloud9. Looking excited, I was going to say, except for Reaper there. Stoic. Focused. He knows. He's got to crack the whip. He's like, I don't like how you guys are playing. I don't care if you won that team fight. I'll bench you all. Where's Golden Glue? We can't play Golden Glue. Oops. Yeah. Everything kind of now starting to swing back in Cloud9's favor there. You've got that 3 items. The finished Banshee's Veil for Sneaky there is going to keep him pretty tanky. At least tanky enough to deal with the burst damage coming from Detention Focus Me. So he's sitting at 3-0-4 now, sitting pretty. And that late game is starting to come for Cloud9 after that big win. They're able to defend here. They did lose 2 inhibitors, but one's back up. They're able to get themselves a Baron buff, which is going to stall this game out even more. Enough time for the other inhibitor to come back up here. Maybe finally get their 2nd tower of the game. Only 32 minutes again. Here we go. We're starting a fight here. Steel uses his ultimate to knock them back away. Blabber's going to be able to be up there. Ivy is right in his face, though. Because Blabber going to go down to another ultimate. No! Another Lamb's Respite is a big save for Blabber. He's been money in the late game with those ultimate. Licorice is real low. He's going to live with a sliver of health once again in this game. And get through. Can they kill Licorice? They can't. He does the math. He's always alive with just that much HP. And they're able to get out of that one and be able to pick up that tower and as well an Inferno Drake just to add that all together and be nice and sitting pretty with that extra bit of damage that's going to go once again onto Jensen and Sneaky here. Take a view here. Licorice over here looking around for the flank. Jumps over the wall. Starts this engage here. Steel tries to knock them all away and then back go. That's the problem with Jin Zhao at this point in the team. He doesn't really do a whole lot of team fights. He knocks them away and tries to back up. Evie tries the ultimate onto Blabber, but able to save him there. Blabber, incredible play there. And of course, Licorice always backing up with just enough HP. It's insanity. Just enough defensive stats on the Cloud9 members that's taking care of the burst damage that comes through for Detention Focus Me. It's just leading them to being able to just squeak out these little skirmishes here. They've evened up the gold now, even though, again, they had the 2 exposed inhibitors. They got that Baron buff for another 30 more seconds, looking to get another tower here. Looking to swing the gold now in their favor. And as we creep into the 34-minute mark, this late team composition certainly likes that one here. They're going to take this top tower there. They now have 3 destroyed of their own compared to Detention Focus Me 7, but They got all of the tempo going on for them now. Lots of carries on the detention focus me side. 4-0-7 on the mid lane Ziggs. Don't see that too often, but that is a signature pick for Syros, and he's continuing to use that to a lot of success here. 13-12 in kills in favor of detention focus me as they continue to push on to this game. Kind of deal with a little bit of this Cloud9 siege here. If they can get a good pick, though, if they can get a good target, if they're able to pick off maybe Jensen sneaking off his own, or Blabber being able to be taken out before being able to use Lab's Respite to save himself or anything like that, they got a solid chance this game. It's certainly anyone's game at this point. We'll have to see who's going to be able to come out on top as the gold is even. But 2 Infernal Drakes, again, pretty big deal for Sneaky and Jensen there as they're looking to put in damage. 3-0-4 on the 80 carry and a 78 CS lead currently by him. But Udapon's damage is nothing to sniff at. That's still good late game damage from that carry on the Japan's team side. Cloud9 now here rotating over towards bot. No, just looking to continue with establishing that mid lane priority. Elder Drake is spawning next, so that'll be looked at this. Look at this gold difference chart. It was huge in favor of detention focus me. 6.3k as high as that, and Cloud9 has swung it all the way back after losing their inhibitors, which is kind of insane to think about, as they've kind of, you know, put it now back to parity and really, really looking at the next big objective. 2 minutes until Baron's up. Elder Drake will be up right away as well. Are they going to break out into another fight over here? Cloud9 doing a good job of picking these skirmishes in the jungle at appropriate places, at appropriate times, doing a good job of putting that down. Gotta probably credit Vision for their ability to do that. Talked about earlier about how the Vision advantage was kind of in favor of detention focus me as they had taken the towers and able to establish deeper vision there, but right now it's kind of flipped the other way. Cloud9 able to get more of that vision here. They're splitting over here now. Jensen over on the top side. Everyone else in the middle. They're going to rotate over to come and meet Jensen. Maybe look at this tier 2 top lane turret. There is a bunch of pings going there from both teams, so we'll see what the response is here from detention focus me. They continue to push on here. Evie can pick someone off here. If he goes for the flip, Blabber's going to take some damage here, but everyone's going to back off here. Tries to lick down Zazel and slow him down. Maybe try to pick on him. That's a hard target to pick, especially when his ultimate is up and ready. He can be tanky. But if you force his ultimate, you're pretty happy about that for a big team fight, because that's a big tank without an ultimate to have if they do that. But they don't. He just goes down to almost half health, and he's able to back away. He'll regen some of that kind of naturally. We're going to switch back over to the mid lane, try to get priority in that well. Remember, there's 2 exposed inhibitors for Cloud9, and that's a big deal, because what that means is Cloud9 can win a team fight. It doesn't necessarily mean they win the game at this point if they don't ace them or something. Detention focus me, if they win a team fight, they only have to get rid of probably the carries, and then they are able to just walk through that base pretty easily if they can't take out everyone. So, still like, if there was an advantage chart, like they kind of do in Magic, I would still almost say it's a little bit in defensive focus. It's pretty close to the middle. Cloud9 has definitely brought it from all the way over here to closer to the middle, but just because those inhibitors down, it does leave a very scary opportunity for defensive focus me to, you know, pick off a couple members and then go for the win here. Cloud9 still got a lot of work in front of them. 38-minute mark, though. They have the late game team composition. That's the great equalizer. Sneaky is going to put down tons of damage, sitting on 4 items, looking to complete a 5th. He does a bunch. We already have 4 items over on Udapon, though, as well. So look at the 80 carries to be applying that damage. The burst from Syros isn't going to be as devastating as you have a bunch of magic resist now over on the Cloud9 side. That all can still hurt a bunch of squishies, though, if he hits 4-0-7 on this mid lane. You expected Jensen to maybe come in for a bunch of kills, and it didn't happen so far. Ooh, Vivid over here, and Steel maybe caught out here. Blabber's trying to put some damage there, but Vivid's got that great health if he wants to pop it. Oh, meanwhile, they're jumping over on the other side. Syros might be caught out here. He's got to go golden and then flash away, and he's going to be shut down. Sneaky's going to be able to pick up that first kill now. They're going to continue this fight. However, Zazel gets caught out now. Oh, another Lance Respite is going to be a big save. Blabber in this late game is really doing a lot of work to save his team, but they're continuing the fight over now. If he's looking to continue some sort of engage here, And Cyros is the only member to die down there. That's advantage Cloud9. Now that little advantage scale I was talking about, ticking over onto the Cloud9 side. This is going back and forth. Sneaky. Trying to sneakily do this. Elder Drake over here. Utapon. Gonna use that scrying orb to see that he's there. And now Evie and Vivid have come in and we're using Vivid's ult. They're gonna force him off now. That that Elder Drake is down to a quarter health. He's gonna jump in. A big flash comes into Evie, goes straight into Sneaky. He's looking to take some damage now, but is he just a little bit tanky enough to be able to live? No, he's not. Shutdown comes through for Evie. Picks that one up here. Licorice is the next target over here inside. There's 4 members of everyone else. He's ulting himself to try to live. Is he gonna escape? Are you kidding me? He flashes away with a sliver of health again. How many times am I gonna say that about Licorice? 0-4 at 11, but doing work to stay alive. But Sneaky, a bit of a mistake starting that Baron by himself there, taking a little bit of damage there and being forced out. It's put the go code on for Detention Focus Me. They pick up the Elder Drake. They could potentially pick up this Baron buff without any contest with Sneaky down on the other side. He's still not up for 20 more seconds. The jungler of Cloud9, that is Blabber, is nowhere near. So this will be a Baron buff going over Defense Focus Me. Oh, hey, that advantage scale is now back over here. Defense Focus Me with a 1.5k gold lead. And looking at those exposed inhibitors here. Here we go. Yeah, Sneaky kind of by himself over here. Jensen does kind of join him to try to protect him a little bit. But they put that ward there. They're able to see Sneaky for a little bit here. And he just steps out of that pocket and big flash comes for Evie to flip him around, and they're able to do damage to these carries without their tank around, without Zeyzal close enough to be able to do any sort of knocking up. They're able to take him down, take him out, and then next comes Licorice. Again, the big escape he makes there. Thought that last little bit of damage was going to do it, but flashes out, and he's going to be A-OK. 41 minutes into this game here, and Detention Focus Me. It's a little bit of their game to win here. They have the Elder Drake. They have the Baron buff. They're looking at those exposed inhibitors, and they're salivating. They want it now. Cloud9 here. Sneaky hoping that wasn't just a big punt he just pulled off. They're going to be pushing in here as Detention Focus Me. DFM. Got to come up as mid inhibitor. Got to start with that one there. Baron-powered minions are hard to deal with. Doesn't have long-range wave cleared. They're just going to be able to take that one out. That's one inhibitor down. They're looking at the second one here now. And they could just kind of do quiet work if they want to back off and go over to their side. But right now they're just protecting this cannon minion, trying to let it do the damage over the base. They're looking to close out this game now. Notice Licorice over there on the backside of them, looking to potentially flank here. This is kind of a do-or-die moment coming up for Cloud9. That base turret is going down. That Nexus turret is going to be real low. They're focusing it down. They're able to finish off. But here comes Licorice. Big engage. And the giant knock-up by Zeyzal is able to come in. The damage is coming through. Licorice is going to pick up the first kill of this fight. Jensen's going to pick up another one. Sneaky's putting in the damage as well. He's going to pick up a double kill. Jensen will pick up a double kill of his own, and that will be an ace. And Cloud9 did it. What a fight to take that through. They tried to greed it. They tried to just win the game there, but Cloud9 said, nah, this is our game. That's 40-second, 50-second death timers. That's not going to be enough. DFM's going to lose this one. Cloud9's going to be able to pick up that one off. A gigantic teamfight win. The damage put through by Sneaky, the damage put through by Jensen, the big flank from Licorice, the man who can never die in this game, gets it done, and Cloud9 will go to a 2-0. Still 20 seconds for anyone to spawn over for Detention Focus Me, and it won't be enough because Sneaky's gonna melt through these towers. The double AD carries are gonna just melt things through. That'll be game, and a gigantic win off a big team fight for Cloud9. And an incredible performance at the end of that game. What a back and forth affair. That advantage slider going back and forth. Never know who's going to win that one. And it was a great game. And Detention Focus Me is saying, hey, Japan's the region we should be watching out for. Cloud9, though, remains undefeated in the play-in stages as they look to advance potentially into the main stage. But congratulations to Cloud9 for picking up that one. big victory for them. And everyone's got to be thinking, oh, this is some dangerous times now with these two teams going at each other. Whew, what a game. What a fantastic thing. Thank you for watching, everybody. Again, I'm doing this in an effort to kind of expand my showcasting portfolio and try to get it out there. So the things that do really help me in my career, my potential career as a showcaster, is following those things, facebook.com/Jonny Esports content, as well as at Jonny Esports on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.